Hello, dear students. Welcome back to e-classes of PNMLC High School, Organization of Commerce Standard 12. In this video, we are going to learn about process of planning. We all know planning is considered as an intellectual process because all logical decisions are taken in it. It is a map of future. That's why it plays important role in management to deal with future uncertainties. Now, let's understand the process of planning. Process means step by step. Whatever the sequence in process is given, the sequence of points will remain same. So let's understand one by one the steps or process of planning. First step is determination of objectives. That means to decide the goals or the targets of any business unit. In absence of objectives, what you will plan for. So the first and the foremost step is to determine the objectives of business unit. And how the objectives should be? Objectives should be pragmatic, realistic and intellectual. Pragmatic means practical. Realistic means objectives that should be based on some real facts, and objectives should be intellectual. Intellectual means logical. So, objectives should be practical, based on some real facts, and some intellectual, that means logical. And if the objectives are decided in proper manner, then planning becomes more useful. Second is clarifying planning premises. The word premises means criteria. So you have to clarify the planning criteria. So second step is to determine planning premises. That means to decide on which criteria assumptions are made for planning in organization so that accuracy can be maintained in future events. Premises are classified into two terms, internal premises and external premises. Internal premises are the premises related to internal events of organization. For example, manpower. And external premises are the premises related to the external events. For example, government issues, political issues. So these are the two premises, internal and external premises, that may affect the business. So, second step is to clarify planning premises. Third, collection and analysis of information. Third point is collection and analysis of information. That means after determining the objectives and clarifying planning premises, we have to collect the information and analyze that information. Means that information will be classified. That means it will be categorized into groups as per the similar characteristics, and after classification it will be analyzed. That means it will be easy to understand as it will be short and simple after classification. And then interpretation will be done. That means plan will reach to its final conclusion or final plan will be framed. All this is done to get the expected result in future. Fourth is preparation of alternative plan. After evaluating carefully the information, list of alternatives should be made. For example, sale of goods should be increased either by discount offers or reduced price. So business unit should always have the list of alternatives. Fifth point, evaluation of alternatives. That means after making the list of alternatives, the alternatives that is possible to do for the organization or feasible are taken for detailed evaluation. Evaluation means to verify it, to check it properly. And for evaluation, mathematical and statistical method are used. So, this way business unit plans an ideal plan as a model with the help of operation research. Sixth point is selection of best alternative. After preparing the list of alternatives and after evaluating it, we have to select, business unit have to select the best alternative out of that. Various alternatives are evaluated, analyzed, and the best alternative is selected for the organization. Seventh point is formation and evaluation of subsidiary plan. That means along with the ideal plan, we also have to plan the subsidiary plan, that means secondary plan. Primary plan is also to be framed, secondary plan is also to be framed, and after framing that, it has to be evaluated. For example, a car manufacturing company is taking a decision make or buy tires, then it is known as subsidiary plan. As subsidiary plan is prepared, it is necessary to evaluate the same so it will not obstruct the basic plan in future. Eighth point is evaluation of plan. That means after formulation and evaluation of subsidiary plan, the entire plan is evaluated whenever it is necessary. And to evaluate such plans, business unit takes the help of experts and consultant to evaluate the plan. It helps to get the correct opinion as well as to make appropriate decisions. When we proceed step by step, the principle of look and leap is to be adopted. Look and leap means to be careful before taking any decisions. So, look and leap principle is adopted at every stage. Evaluation is necessary. So, here we have completed the process of planning. That means how to go step by step when you are doing planning. Go through the topic and revise it thoroughly. Thank you.